Is Candace posting fake group chat screenshots to conveniently back up her narrative that Charlie was dropping the pro-Israel cause and inviting Candace to the TPUS stage? I'm just asking questions. All fair, we allow questions. We even allow diagnoses. We're chill. We're on the side of truth. We are so chill. Laura Loomer.
Dude, she is so, like, is it just me or, like, dude, Candace she's kind of creepy. Isn't she creepy? I get a little creeped out when I fucking watch her. I get a little, like, Stepford wife kind of vibe where, like, if I was dating her, I would sleep with one eye open. Be like, where's Candace? Where are all the knives in the fucking, right? I think I would put some type of lock on the fucking kitchen knives or some shit. Dude, yeah, misery vibes. Like, dude, there's no sledgehammers and or wood blocks anywhere in the fucking, right? Like separate bedrooms. I'd have a little lock on my door. You know, there's something about her that just creeps me out a little, dude.
Who is legally just, not allowed to own a gun because she's a literal lunatic, had the nerve to post this about me when somebody called her out. Morgan Ariel said, Laura Loomer hasn't made a single post about Candace Owens reporting on Charlie Kirk's group messages. We all know she's the first to run her mouth. And she wrote, because I don't give an F about Candace Owens and her postpartum psychotic rants. Even if those texts are real, it still does not mean that Israel killed Charlie Kirk. I never said that. Candace Owens makes content for low IQ people who don't understand how criminal investigations work. It's going to be hilarious when she is sued by TPUSA in addition to Macron's wife. Yes! Bankrupt her for telling the truth! Do it!
See, what's good about this, though, guys, is like MAGA is fighting. Okay? MAGA is fighting, right? Candace is fighting Laura Loomer, is fighting fucking the TPUSA people, is fighting Erica Kirk, and then everyone inside TPUSA is having to deal with all the chaos that Candace is creating, which is creating an internal pressure that's going to make them all fight each other, because now they're like under a high pressure of all these conspiracy things, because Candace's reach, like Candace has a bigger reach than TPUSA does, guys. She does, right? So now there's a pressure cooker. I guarantee you, inside TPUSA right now, there are many different groups having many different meetings trying to figure out like how they're going to deal with Candace. Like, I wonder how many meetings they had before they decided to admit the messages were real, right? You know what I mean? Believe me, dude, they are panicking, boss. They are, because we don't even know how deep this runs. They're going to crack, dude. I want to fracture that organization. I do. I have like a goal, dude. I want to burn TPUSA to the ground, and I want to put Benny Johnson's grooming business out of business. Those are like two goals that if I could accomplish, like burning TPUSA to the ground and just leaving it a dismantled heap by the side of the road, and then putting a stick of dynamite into Benny Johnson's grooming operation. I think those are like realistic goals that I want to participate in, because I don't like using religion as a backdoor to sell negative philosophy to children. That shit is like, man, that shit is fucked up, bro. That is some cult level, like, and they accuse like teachers who are friendly to gay kids, right? They accuse the left wing of the very shit that they're doing. And they're doing it not even to help the kids. They're doing it exclusively to collect political power for fucking billionaires, man. It's like the kids are all getting fucked over, bro. And that's not all right with me, man.
Of course, it was real But I mean, I would have to be the dumbest person ever. First off, I'm not even inclined towards tech, but also would have to be an absolute idiot, a moron, to try to figure out how to manufacture text messages for the purpose of releasing them to then probably get sued by every person that was not in the chat. Like, I'm just like, hey, Josh Hammer received this message. That'd be so dumb. But like I said, these people were desperate for it not to be real because they've been lying so hard about everything. They've just been lying, and they have some egg on their face now. And reality hit them pretty quickly this morning when Andrew 𝗏𝗪𝗏, Turning Point's spokesperson, confirmed that the messages were in fact real. He did this on the Charlie Kirk show. And actually,
dude, on the fact that they're still having the Charlie Kirk show when there's no Charlie Kirk is so crass, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so low grade. Like, how do these followers buy into this? Like, I can't imagine who the fuck loves Charlie Kirk, right? But if I love Charlie Kirk and he was dead and a bunch of assholes that weren't him were doing the show next to his empty chair every day, I would be fucking pissed, bro. That would be like Nirvana playing as Nirvana without Kurt Cobain. It's like, are you shitting me? The minute Kurt died, there was no Nirvana, okay? If they just grabbed some singer and went back on the road as Nirvana, dude, I would be done with them. Like, that's what's so weird. How, like, who are these people that, like, they weren't even fans of Charlie Kirk? If they're literally, I'm not talking about the people that are monetizing it. I mean, I know that those people are shit, right? And they're just hitting the cash register, right? Like Erica and the other TPUSA guys. It's a money grab and a power grab and whatever. But I'm talking about the people who are supposedly Charlie Kirk fans, who say they believe in what he stood for. Everything he stands for is getting rolled by these clowns, and they're standing there getting rolled while holding pictures of Charlie Kirk. That's fucking weird, guys. That I don't even understand how that happens. Is it like, is it all just a giant religious cult? Does Charlie Kirk have nothing to do with this? Are people who believe in Jesus evangelically, are they just mentally ill and they'll buy into anything you sell them? I mean, something is very, very wrong with this equation.
I want to take the start of this show to address some of the things that have been going around on public, namely about a group text chain that has been made known and released by Candace Owens. And I just want to address it head on because, that was a text grab, a screen grab that I had shared with people. So it is authentic. And I want to go into it because I actually am really excited that the truth is out there. I first want to say the reason I didn't share that.
I'm really excited the truth is out there. No, you're not, boss.
That screen grab publicly is because it was a private exchange, and I felt like it didn't necessarily comport with things that were already public. I wanted to not betray my friend's trust in that way. But I did share it with some people in government because it happened really quick. It was, it took 33 hours for authorities to get their suspect. And in those first moments, we wanted no stone unturned. We wanted to leave nothing unturned. So I shared it with a few people. Don't know where it went from there, apparently. But here we are. So one of the reasons, Blake, that I'm glad to have this now public.
Dude, look at these guys, though. Look at this. Look at what is left in Charlie Kirk's wake. Dude, who the fuck is this guy, bro? Dude, what is this guy? This guy is like the chairman of the future serial killers of America. Clever what, dude? Oh my God, bro. I want to get this guy a restraining order just after fucking looking at him, dude. I don't want this guy coming within like 200 yards of me, bro. Dude. Like, bro. Dude, and look at them. They're doing the Charlie Kirk show still. No one's gonna tune into this, bro. Look at this guy, dude. Like, what the fuck are we watching, boss? Dude, they would do better to just put the camera on Charlie's chair and not talk. You know what I'm saying? It would be more effective. Bro, oh my God, dude. It's hard to look at.
But I am aware that in my role as spokesman for Turning Point USA, which is another hat I wear, that things I say, I'm cognizant of the fact that things I say could negatively impact an ongoing investigation. All right. But I will weigh in specifically on this issue of Israel, because I know there's a lot of fascination. And I just want to say that, you know, we have to let free speech be our North Star here. Okay. Charlie was adamantly free speech. And I am not personally going to impugn anybody's character who is asking questions and looking for answers. All right. And I will say that that text chain is consistent with public frustrations that he voiced many times. And I know, Blake, you were in the trenches on a lot of this stuff because we were workshopping how we were going to do the tour and what he's going to get asked about Israel, what was he going to say. And this is consistent with things that he told his friends, people that are, in the wider movement, about his wrestle that he was going. And so I just want to say, like, what is the truth about the way Charlie felt about Israel? Well, it's complicated and it's nuanced, and it was a wrestle that was going on for months, and it's probably somewhere between the BB letter and the text.
So what do we think? Okay, obviously, you can tell he's anxious. You can tell he's nervous speaking about this. I am sure it was positively frantic at Turning Point USA yesterday. I am sure he had very little sleep. And like I say, never the fun thing to be the spokesperson and also to be involved in the story. I can tell you right off the bat, he is telling the truth. He was not the person who shared that message with me. He also should know that he was not the only person who sent that message and sent messages around. So there are a lot circulating.
See, that's just it. Like, they're on the run now, guys. They are on the fucking run. Dude, I can't even imagine what it's like inside that organization now. Like, now is the time to fucking blow this shit up, bro. You know what I mean? Religious people there's a real problem with religious people. They are susceptible to being taken advantage of, okay? Because they are taught to obey the ultimate authority regardless, and they're also taught that unbelievable things can be believable. So, right? Like, for example, when Candace Owens says Charlie came to me in a dream and told me he was betrayed, there's a lot of religious people that'll hear that and they will take that as gospel. They're real susceptible. Yeah, they don't need to have proof. Right? I mean, this was how Charlie operated. Charlie was a bad guy. He was a racist, misogynist, transphobic, power-mongering, money-grubbing guy. Self-absorbed and, with an agenda always. And he went out and he looked for vulnerable people, and then he saw there's a cross on their neck. And he said, man, I'm with you. Right? I'm a voice of Jesus. And I know that they treat you differently because you got that cross on, man. But like, I'm Jesus too. I'm one of the good guys. I'm talking for Jesus. And then he dumped all kinds of toxic shit, right? But he used the whole I'm a Jesus good guy kind of thing. And this shit is so manipulative and they're so susceptible to it, man. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.